Hello and welcome to my table. I am going to share a flip through of this journal with you because I like to explain a little bit why I chose to do the Journal of Joy for this month, December. So when I was thinking about what I could share, what format I could share, and what was aligned for me at this moment, I asked my Oracle deck, my Soul Self deck, and these are the three cards that fell out, that jumped out. So the first card that jumped out is the Book of Wisdom, the spell book, the Book of Magic. When I received this card, when this card comes forward, it always has something to do with art journaling, with personal magic, wisdom, things like that. So I immediately thought I needed to share something of me through art journaling. Then the second card that jumped out is the world. This is the world. It's a person hanging on the other side, on the side, down under. That's me. And it's also a little bit like the Vitruvian woman, the Vitruvian man. So I felt like I need to share something that has to do with journals, that has to do with journaling, and I need to share it with the wider world, with the World Wide Web. And the third card that jumped out is connection. So connecting through, so the story with the three cards, I like to pull three cards always because they can make a little bit of a story. They can also be like a vicious, continuous circle, not a vicious circle, a continuous circle. So connection, reaching out to each other. It's time to make connections. It's time to reach out. It's time to touch each other. And we can do that globally through journaling as well. So all in all, with Christmas coming up, with the month of traditional reflection and realignment, I felt called to share with you my process of how I advent through journaling towards Christmas myself, because I live on the other side of the world from where I grew up. I grew up on the other side. I take a skewer and poke it through the globe, and where I live now, where it ends up, that's where I was born. So I'm totally on the other side of the world. So for me, Christmas time is so different. And one of the ways that I can comfort myself and remember and enjoy the time, regardless of where I am and what the weather and everything is, and everything around is through journaling. So I am going to share with you this Advent journal. Advent, it's an Advent adventure. I call them Advent adventure. Here also I've used a spiral, and I've just written down here also, this is my Advent, visual Advent for the year, full of memories and dreams, and so you can write. I've written in this spiral. So let's just open up. This is, center it a little bit. I always like to have pockets. So if I make a journal, I always have at the front some kind of envelope or pocket. I create a pocket. This actually is a repurposed journal, a repurposed book. So I kept the front sheet and I glued it down, and that's why I could make this pocket. So I made this pocket so you can put things in that are important. And then I've made this as a nest journal, and a nest journal is simply where I'll grab my other one, where you have a cover and you nest signatures just by using string. And so they are flexible, they are still movable. You can pull something out, you can still add something in, if I wanted to add another page in, I can slide it right in. I can slide it in here, you know. I can slide a lot more things in. It can become very, very thick, voluminous. So it's a loose kind of way of adding pages to a journal. This is the one that I'm using this year, so you'll see this one when you join the Journal of Joy. This is my Journal of Joy for this year. You'll see it when you join. Okay, so this is the one that I did another year, and I thought I'd share. So they're all random sizes, the pages. They're different weights as well, and just playful, you know, just playing with some colors. What comes up for me, home and houses and places are very important for me especially during this time of year. And I like to set myself a little bit of a challenge with the colors that I use, with the limited palette that I use. So I write that down here, what marks I chose to use. And yeah, and I like to make things look old. So I use an abundance of coffee and coffee extract to age my pages. So yeah, just playing around with papers, with paint, with drawings. It doesn't have to be all that perfect. It's a journal for me. So I'm okay sharing this one. I also have some journals that I don't share. I'm okay sharing this one. This is my index. Art is home. So for me, houses and art is also home. This journal is a vessel, a precious vessel, a sanctuary, a home. So I've got like little houses there. Used a copy of an old photo of mine, and a little, you know, journaling, writing, music scores that have maybe a piece of music that speaks to you. I've altered this a little bit, played around with it. Every day I work in a journal like this. So sometimes it's just simply staining some pages, gluing bits from magazines in. Sometimes I draw more combinations. Sometimes I write down what this is all about, rituals, and what I do in December, and what I remember as a child. So yeah, things I love. I stamped here as well, so like a diary in a way. There are little houses again. Spirals come back all the time. I love hearts come back all the time. Some more collage with writing. This is my mountain, the place where I go each week to walk. And this is just a very quick, rough sketch of an impression of this mountain with some journaling. Just sketching what is on my table that day, like a pencil. More writing, some recipes, a little bit of gold and some found poetry. So really playful, and I use prompts to guide to help me create. And so for the Journal of Joy, I have 25 Advent themed prompts to guide you through the 25 days counting up to Christmas, to counting us, actually to guiding us, you know, not just you, also me. Here I found this in a magazine, Honest with Myself, and so then I write a whole bunch about, you know, dreams, ideas, things that I forgive myself, things that I promise myself. Sometimes, yeah, I really like this page because you find things in magazines. It's an old Christmassy ribbon. Some days you make it easy, like this day is an easy day. Just some found papers. More journaling, some stitching like a wounded heart. And a touchy-feely page with some cardboard that you can touch, and hands. Also important, you know, my hands. My hands are the ones that create. My hands may not be pretty hands. I don't have manicured nails. I can't work that way. My nails are always trimmed, and yeah. So I've got bony hands, and I'm happy with them because they work. I've got a very funny knuckle here now because I had a cut right over the knuckle, so I'm still practicing this one. It's important, you know, it's important to look at, feel your body as well, and honor and celebrate your body. So I celebrate my hands. I often draw hands. Yeah, some memories, journaling. It's the same, like things that are, you make some days easy by drawing something easy or gluing something down. So here, every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your thoughts. I love that saying. So it's important what you think, because your cells are eavesdropping. They hear. More houses. Seed of life. Just like a coloring in page in a way. Just on a copy paper. I printed this off and I started coloring it in. A color wheel. When I am low on inspiration, my go-to is always some kind of color wheel. And so I just did a color wheel, you know? Simple, easy, it gives you time to think and to reflect. It all shows what it is, right? Writing, gluing, journaling. Here I've got like a washing line of little wishes and notes stapled onto the washing line. So that's kind of cool too, you know? Be thankful. Today I'm thankful for what is, you know, this is my humble jug. I should really show this to you one day. I made a black jug at my ceramics class back in Holland before I moved to New Zealand. I had two actually, it was a set. I have this one, and there was another one which was a bit skinnier and taller. That one died in the earthquakes. This one is an earthquake survivor. Here it is. So I love the shape of this. I love holding this jug. So this one is an earthquake survivor, and so if only for that reason it is so precious to me, but also it is one of those feel-good shapes to hold. And I have drawn this and I use this as a practice shape. Every time I have another medium I want to draw or paint with, I paint this. If every time I have some technical exercises, I will use this as my model. And so I have many drawings, paintings with this jug. And I found one on an old piece of newspaper, and I just thought that's so cool to have that in my journal as well, because I am grateful. I am grateful for the shape. I am grateful for the feeling, the emotion that it gives me when I hold it. I'm grateful that it survived the earthquake. I'm grateful for the memory that it gives me, that we all survived the earthquakes, and you know, things like that. Things like that. I'm sure you will have something like that as well. Include that in your journal. You know, find a way to include it in your journaling. So more little notes to myself. Here's the other side. Some bubbles, decorations. So yeah, an old photo of myself staring into a candle from when I was about 3, I think. It's one of those things, it always comes back. And I took photos of my kids like this too. Another little pocket for notes, reminders. to check in with friends and things like that. The night before Christmas. This is the 24th. And then it's Christmas Day, and Christmas Day is a busier day because of food and family traditions. Even though we have a very small family here, it's just us, the kids, and we go places to walk on Christmas Day as well. So that's New Zealand for you. And then I will skip a few pages. And then before New Year's, because I had a few pages extra and I journaled in that, they're private. And then I have this one because I used this as my New Year's Day, New Year's Eve page. I am the hero of my story. Your life is your story. Write well, edit often. And I love that. So, and then there's an arrow going to magic, you know, that's where we're going the next year. So that's this journal that I thought I'd share with you. I attached some homemade cinnamon buttons here as well on the spine. And yeah, this is then the journal that is going to be for this year. I've got other journals from other years as well. I usually do it every year. But hey, I hope you join. I hope you come and play along. It, you know, do it for yourself. See it as a gift to yourself, and have a lot of fun with it.